For more than 60 years, Helena's global partnerships, industry-leading R&D, state-of-the-art laboratories, and manufacturing strength have delivered legendary products that are relied upon by growers across the U.S. From our core adjuvant businesses to our far-reaching distribution networks and cutting-edge agri-intelligence services, Helena has pursued and defined excellence in farming for generations.
Welcome to Crony Brothers Simmental, a family-owned livestock operation where passion meets tradition. The Ducroni family has been raising top-quality cattle with dedication and passion for the Simmental breed. Every March, we host our highly anticipated annual bull sale, offering the best genetics to improve your herd. As we always say, if you're passionate about something, follow that passion and you will find success. The Crony Brothers Simmental, where family, tradition, and quality come together.
You don't have to choose between fiber-fast internet speeds and neighborly customer service. ITC is the internet provider that brings you speed, service, and so much more. Like our capital credits. Since ITC operates as a cooperative, we pass profits back to our loyal customers. The longer you trust us with your services, the bigger the potential number on your capital credits check. Fast, friendly, and member-owned. That's the ITC difference. Learn more at itc-web.com.
I'm Oliver Fieber, and tonight's game is brought to you by D&B National Bank.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Cardinal Field, where we have the visiting McCook Central Montrose Fighting Cougars taking on your Deuel Cardinals. We're excited for tonight's playoff matchup. It's round one. Cardinals coming in as the number 4 seed
more than 60 years,
in the tournament, and we have
industry-leading R&D.
And we have, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, about that. Cardinals coming in as the number 4 seed, and McCook Central, they're coming in as the number 13 seed. So we should be in for a pretty good matchup tonight. Looking back at last week, McCook Central Montrose, they ended up defeating Baltic 39-14. We're going to show you some highlights quick of their victory there. So
man in motion, that's Heiberger. Hand off there. No, it'll be Hanisch looking to throw. Looking downfield for Parker Randall. Makes the grab. Randall. Wing back formation. Spot. Hand off there. Owen Schmidt. Owen Schmidt has a lane. One man to beat. Oh. Deuel, Sioux Valley, Parker, and Mount Vernon Plank to round out the top 10. Owen Schmidt on the run. Owen Schmidt keeps his feet moving. Owen Schmidt carrying people with him.
When you come back to this, we'll go to that one. All right, so there we saw some of the highlights from McCook Central, those Fighting Cougars. They did a fantastic job last week in their victory, 39-14. Really headlined by number 5, Owen Schmidt. He had a fantastic game with 4 rushing touchdowns. He was able to punch one in from 4 yards out, 28 yards out, 18 yards out and 5 yards out. And I tell you, on that 18-yard run, it was extremely impressive, as you saw there, ladies and gentlemen, as he was carrying about 2 defenders into the end zone from about 8 yards out. So he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And then receivers, Parker Randall, he also had a 50-yard touchdown reception last week. Sort of a trick play there as they handed it off to the running back who gave it to the wide receiver, Lane Hanish, who threw a 50-yard touchdown pass to number 10, Parker Randall. So it was a great game overall for the Fighting Cougars. Really the only downside that they had was their top 2 running backs, Owen Schmidt and Connor Heiberger. They did cough the football up. Fortunately for the Cougars, they were able to recover that fumble by Schmidt. The one by Heiberger was lost. But anyway, let's get to some Cardinal action now, as we're going to give you some highlights from last week's game against Mobridge Pollock.
Looks like they're rushing 5. They are. It is a run play. Down the left side. Close in for the touchdown. Frederick takes the snap, drops back. Looking up the middle. That one's intercepted. That looks like a tight end as well out to Seaver's right, but he sends a man in motion. Seavers now rolls to his right, finds Mayland again, and Mayland reaching for the end zone. Solo back in the backfield with shooter Frederick Feldheim in motion. They hand off to Feldheim, but he lets it go. Fumbled, and Deuel's got it. So that is where we'll have it. Seavers takes the snap and goes into a pile. Deuel seems to think it's in, but it is not signaled touchdown, and it will be 3rd down, maybe coming up. Seavers, fake handoff, hits the slant, and that one's signaled touchdown.
And there you saw it, folks, the 40-35 win as the Cardinals took down the Tigers. And that was really headlined by a couple of our junior stars on offense, Aiden Seavers and Gavin Close. Seavers, he was able to throw for 185 yards last week, and he scored 3, or he threw for 3 touchdowns, 185 yards, and in those 3 touchdowns, the first one went to Gavin Mayland, 6-yard touchdown reception in the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, he was able to find Troy Jensen. He had a 31-yard touchdown reception. And then in the fourth quarter, the go-ahead touchdown for the Cardinals that put them up 40-35 was he found Oliver Fieber 8 yards out. So it was a great game for Seavers, throwing for that 185 and 3 touchdowns. Running the ball, Gavin Close. He didn't quite reach the 100-yard mark last week, which maybe a little surprising for him, as he ran for 88 yards, but he was able to punch in 3 touchdowns and still played a huge role in the victory, as he had a opening drive 37-yard touchdown run for the Cardinals to put them on the board. And then he followed it up a little bit later in that first quarter with a 17-yard touchdown run. And then in the fourth quarter, he had a 2-yard touchdown run, which brought the Cardinals to about 32-35 as they were trailing there. And then we saw the 8-yard touchdown pass to Fieber after that for the lead. So some of the common opponents between these teams, between the Fighting Cougars and the Cardinals, they both played Flandreau and they both played Webster. So against Flandreau, remember the Cardinals played them twice. They opened up the season against them and they defeated them 18-6. And then I think they played them, I believe it was week 3, maybe week 4, and they beat them 26-14. So they won both those games by a difference of 12 there. Meanwhile, the Cougars on the other side of the football, they were able to play Flandreau and they defeated them 19-12. So a win differential of 7 there. So pretty common between them and the Cardinals. Meanwhile, Webster, they both played them and the Cardinals defeated them 43-8. Cougars 42-8. So right there, just about the same point differential in that one. Opponent records on the season. Neither team has had the toughest schedule on the year, as the Cardinals' opponents on the season, they finished with a record of 26-38, and the Cougars, their opponent record was 21-43. The toughest teams that each of them saw this season. Deuel faced the number 3 seed Clark Willow Lake, where they lost 14-20, and then the Fighting Cougars, they faced an 11-8 team, West Central, where they lost 6-35. But Cardinals overall having a great season, 7-1. Cougars, good season as well, sitting at 5-3. And really, we just want to look at now is the growth that the Cardinals have shown in this last year compared to this year. So right now we're going to show you guys some stats here on the board or on your screens. And last year the Cardinals in 2024 finished 2-7 compared to 7-1 this season. They averaged 16 points per game last year compared to 32, so they're scoring twice as much this year. They're throwing for about 50 yards more a game, 150 to 102. Their rush yards per game is up about 50 as well, 181 this year compared to 131 last year. And their total yards up as well, almost 100 more yards per game this season. And then defensively, looking at that, right now the points allowed per game, Cardinals are giving up 19 compared to 22 last year. So they had a tough defense last year, just really improved the offense this year. And then the total yards per game, that is down almost 75 yards there, right around 75 yards. So only giving up 249 yards total on average per game compared to 315 last year. So all around the Cardinals just playing better football this season, and that is in part due to their quarterback, Aiden Sievers. So if we look at his stats this year, we can see the growth from his sophomore year to his junior year. Sievers has had a fantastic season. He's thrown for 1,200 yards, 64% completion, 13 passing touchdowns, and he's not making as many mistakes throwing the football. Only 3 interceptions on the season. And then, of course, he's also a little bit quicker, stronger. He's running the ball better, 168 rush yards compared to 3.43 last season. Overall for Sievers, he's been doing a really good job. You see, one thing I want to highlight is that touchdown to interception ratio. Just about 2-1 this year compared to where it was 1-1 last year. And I just also want to say that the stats on your left-hand side, that 2024 season, those stats include 9 games. They include the playoff game, and that's where Sievers showed tremendous growth in that tough loss to the Cossacks last season. He threw for about 218 yards, so that's included in that, and he threw for 3 touchdown passes last year in that game as well. So just shows tremendous growth from 2024 to 2025 for Aiden Sievers, and we're hoping he's going to have a great game tonight as well. And then the other big part of it is Gavin Close, who had a great season last year as a sophomore, and this year as a junior, he's getting even better. He crashed over 1,000 yards this season running the football, and he's averaging 7.74 yards per carry. He's up on carries, so he's a little bit more of a workhorse this season. And he's up to 12 rushing touchdowns compared to 8 last year. And, I mean, if you look at that 2024 year, I have it highlighted in red. I almost wanted to put it in green. He averaged 6.58 yards per carry last year, which is just phenomenal. And this year he improved it by over a yard, 7.74, which is highly impressive for the junior running back that we have. So those 2 guys, plus obviously other guys, offensive lines playing better, defensive lines playing better. It's a team sport, but those 2 guys have played a huge impact in the Cardinals' improvement from 2024 to 2025. We're getting set here for starting lineups. They're going to be coming to you in about 4 minutes. So we'll just wait for those. You'll hear those from Barry. We'll try and get him on the microphone so you can hear him. It's just easier that way so we're not talking over each other. But Yep. Super excited for this football game. 5-3 Fighting Cougars taking on your 7-1 Deuel Cardinals. Stay tuned for some Cardinal football.
The South Dakota High School Activities Association and their lead partner, Sanford Health, their financial partner, Dakota Bank, their community partner, Farmers Union Insurance, military partner, South Dakota Army National Guard, and proud corporate sponsor, Billion Automotive, welcome you to tonight's game. High school sports are a privilege to play, a privilege to watch, and a privilege that depends on good sportsmanship. We have the potential for a great game. Let's make it happen with your positive support. Welcome to tonight's first round playoff game between the Deuel Cardinals and the visiting McCook Central Montrose Cougars. Cheerleaders for the visiting Cougars, Brenna Bartlett, Kiera Bartman, Savannah Hagman, Sophia Havard, Braylee Meyer, Claire Rowley, Taylor Schwans, Jada Skyberg, and Kyla Skyberg. And now the defensive starters for the visiting Cougars. At defensive back, a junior, number 3, Lane Hanish. At linebacker, a senior, number 5, Owen Schmidt. At defensive back, a junior, number 6, Jarrett Elcock. At linebacker, a junior, number 7, Nolan Mutzinger. At defensive back, a junior, number 10, Parker Randall. At linebacker, a sophomore, number 12, Andrew Sabers. At linebacker, a sophomore, number 34, Connor Heiberger. A defensive lineman, a junior, number 50, Will Oyen. On the line of freshmen, number 74, Easton Meyer. On the line of junior, number 75, Luke Horstman. And on the line of senior, number 83, Dawson Dorr. The head coach of the Cougars is Mike Gary. Cheerleaders for your Cardinals, Lennox Adler, Riley Bass, Taylor Brown, Ava Falken, Emma Rammel, Eden Schoenbeck, Amber Slack, Brooklyn Tanner, cheer coach, Haley Amdahl, and Morgan Salanoa. And now starting on offense for your Deuel Cardinals, at wide receiver, a senior, number 2, Troy Jensen. At quarterback, a junior, number 5, Aiden Sievers. At wide receiver, a senior, number 8, Oliver Fever. At running back, a junior, number 9, Gavin Mayland. At running back, a junior, number 13, Gavin Close. Offensive lineman, a senior, number 50, Jason Ulmer. On the line, a junior, number 52, Nathan Feber. On the line, a junior, number 57, Tucker Moyer. On the line, a senior, number 65, Ethan Prinz. And on the line, a sophomore, number 66, Jackson Winter. And the tight end, a sophomore, number 88, Braxton Winter. Assistant coaches Luke Anderson, Chris Ulmer, and Hunter Wagey. Your head coach of the Cardinals is Dusty Horrigan. The officials for tonight's game are referee Joe Fredrickson, umpire Jeff Morehouse, head linesman Todd Foster, line judge James Benning, and back judge Travis Van Hoffwagen. These officials are licensed by the Activities Association and have been assigned this contest by the SDHSAA. And now please remain standing, remove your hats, place your right hand over your heart. As Charles Curry, post 49, presents the colors on the flag. Please remain standing until the color guard is retired. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there was your national anthem and your starting lineups. Starting lineups brought to you by Barry, and the national anthem brought to you by Amber Peterhine. So thank both of them if you ever see them out and about. But here we are, Cardinals Live. Time for some playoff football. We're here at Cardinal Field. Right now we're sitting at, right around the 40s, not much wind. About 46 degrees is our game time temp. And it says right here that we've got wind gusts up to 8 miles per hour. So not much. Here we see the captains coming out to the field for the coin toss. For the Cardinals, we got Gavin Close, Oliver Fieber, Aiden Sievers, and Gavin Mayland. And then for the Fighting Cougars, we have Owen Schmidt. And then we have number 52, I believe, Tucker Peterson. Number 83, Dawson Dorr. And number 4, Ben Webersack. Cardinals have won the toss and decided to defer to the second half. And your Fighting Cougars will have your opening half kickoff. So here we go. Some of the things Cardinals need to focus on. One thing they did well last week against the Tigers in Mobridge was they won the turnover battle. Cardinals didn't turn over the ball a single time. Meanwhile, Mobridge, they had 3 turnovers, I believe, a couple fumbles, and then there was an interception in there by Carson Marco as well. So win the turnover battle for the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for your Fighting Cougars, they're going to have to try and do the same, right? It's going to come down to simple things like that, trying to make as few mistakes as possible, and then see if you can feed your workhorse running back, number 5, Owen Schmidt, the football and let him loose. So we did watch some film on their game against Baltic, and he looked fantastic out there. Fighting Cougars overall, they're a young team. I believe there's 2 or 3 looks like there's 3 seniors on the team. 3 out of 35 guys on the roster are seniors. Those are Owen Schmidt's one of them, that number 5 running back, and then Dawson Dorr, number 83, and then looks like number 70, Johnson, as well. And here we go, set for kickoff as Haas boots it deep. Back on the return, looks like it's number 6 there. That's Alcott, and he's going to be brought down there. Tackle made by Braxton Winter just across the 30-yard line.
Cougars are going to have a 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Good crowd here tonight. Looks like there's quite a few visiting fans here, as well a lot of Deuel Cardinal fans as well. So should be a good night for some playoff football. Sabres takes the snap. He's going to give to Owen Schmidt there, who's going to be met there
On the carry out to about the 35.
by, looks like, Jackson Winter and Gavin Malin, who bring him down there. But a good gain there on first down there by Schmidt, as he's able to pick up about 6. And here they're going to give to Heiberger, and that's going to be met right away at the line there. It looks like Carson Marco and Ethan Prinz in there to make the tackle. So nice job. We didn't see a whole lot of Prinz on defense this year, but playoff time we might be seeing him play both sides of the ball. Sabres takes the snap, and he's going to pitch it quick there to Schmidt who drops the ball there, and I think that's going to be considered a fumble there, and the Cardinals have it. So there it is. The Cardinals defense able to come up big as the pitch play to Schmidt he's not able to handle it, and the ball gets loose there, and I did not get an eye on who recovered the fumble. Was it Prinz? I believe maybe Prinz fell on it, so kind of similar to what we saw last week with the Cardinals game against Pollock when there was a similar play like that where kind of a handoff and they missed it, and Cardinals get good field position here to start their opening drive. Fieber in motion. Seaver's going to take the snap and give to Close, who cuts back there and takes it forward there as he got headed north and south there and gets a good gain on first down there of about 4 or 5. And it looks like Doors in there on the tackle.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 coming up for the Cardinals.
Jensen at the bottom of your screen, and it's going to be a quick give there to Close, who the handoff looked a little bit shaky there, and he's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. Looked like number Horseman made the stop there.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 6, Cardinals.
And that was definitely not a clean handoff there between Sievers and Close. So that's going to bring up 3rd down here for the Cardinals. Ball on the Cougars' 33-yard line. And Seaver's going to keep it himself on the draw here, and he goes up the middle, and he's going to have a first down. He slips a tackle there before being brought down. Looks like it was Elcott on the tackle there. But a nice hard run there by junior quarterback Aiden Seavers is going to give the Cardinals a new set of downs. Elcott on the tackle, and it's going to put them inside the red zone. But a nice hard run there by junior quarterback Aiden Seavers. That was about a 14 to 15 yard run there by quarterback Aiden Seavers. And he's going to take the snap again. He's going to look to throw quick there outside to Jensen, who's got a pass there right by the sticks.
There
was no signal, was there?
No signal on that. Must be incomplete. I don't know if he was out of bounds or if he looked like from here he caught it, but they're on that far side of the field where it's hard to tell, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. Jensen been very involved in the offense the last 2 weeks, having 15 catches. And he had a total of 32 on the season, so they're getting him actively involved. He's leading the team in receiving yards. I believe he's at about 533. And we're going to have a timeout, ladies and gentlemen, as the Cardinals are going to take some time to think about this one. 2nd down and 10 on the Cougars 19. 8:37 to go here in the first. We'll be back with more Cardinal football action after the break. All right, here, back after the Cardinal timeout. Aiden Seavers in shotgun, Mayland in motion. Close on the right hip. Now we see Fieber, and it's going to be a quick pass, and it's dropped. That's a forward pass. That's going to be called incomplete there. As it looked like we saw Horseman dive on it quickly there. But that's going to bring up third down for the Cardinals. So we've seen a little bit of shaky ball handling here early. The Schmidt fumble. Fieber not able to hold on to that one. And then that handoff between Sievers and Close also looked a little shaky when there was no gain on the play earlier in this drive. But Cardinals 1 for 1 on third down so far. Let's see if they can convert this one as well. And it's going to be a quick give there to Close, who's looking outside, but he's going to be wrapped up and brought down there by Randall right around the 20-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 1 or 2 there. And it's going to bring up a fourth down for the Cardinals, as Parker Randall was able to make a clean tackle there on Gavin Close, which we know is not an easy task for any linebacker, let alone a defensive back. Cardinals going to elect to go for it here. 4th down and 11. Ball on the Cougar 20. They're looking for motion here from Fieber. And it's going to be a pass, and Seaver's going to roll out to his left here, looking to throw, and he's got Winter, but he misses him as Braxton Winter was open there at the line to gain, but Seaver's throw on the run there just a little bit behind Winter. So it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Cardinals as the Cougar defense makes up for the mistakes made by the Cougar offense, as they only gave up, looked like 17 yards there. They gave up 1 first down on that drive there for the Cardinals, but hold strong in the red zone. And we'll see Andrew Sabers come out to lead this Cougar offense. Number 12 takes the snap, and he's going to be a designed run for him here. And he's going to be met early there by a group of Cardinals there, and it looks like Braxton Winter able to make the tackle, and it's going to be a gain of 2 on the play for the junior quarterback. Sophomore quarterback, Sabers. Handoff here is going to be to Schmidt, and he's met in the backfield there by Owen Haas, who's going to bring him down.
Schmidt stood up by Haas.
So that's going to bring up a third down.
Going to bring up third at about 7.
And I guess that's going to be a gain of 1 there for Schmidt on that run. Dropping back to passes. Sabers, heavy pressure set there on the quick pass across the middle to Randall. It's going to fall incomplete and bring up 4th down there. So the Cardinal defense holding strong there against that fighting Cougar offense. And they're going to force a 3-and-out. Punt is going to take a Cougar roll there towards just past the 40 there, and it's going to be touchdown right around the 39-yard line.
After the punt, Cardinals are going to have
so the Cardinal offense coming out for their second possession here with 6:05 to go here in the first quarter. See if they can get something going. That first possession kind of highlighted by the Aiden Sievers 15-yard run, but other than that, the Cardinals did not do a whole lot. Sievers in shotgun, Twins left, quick screen pass there to Fieber. They're going to get him the ball, and he's looking for the sideline, but he's going to be wrapped up by Schmidt and brought down at the 45-yard line.
Tackle made by Elcock. 2nd and 5 from the 45 for the Cardinals.
Cardinals coming to the line here. Jensen and Fieber at the bottom of your screen. Looks like Haas, or no, it's close. Close on the right hip of Sievers, and they're going to give him the ball there, and he's going to be met pretty early but fall forward there for a gain of a few. And it's Schmidt on the tackle there for the Cougars, and it's going to bring up another 3rd down here for the Cardinals. Cardinals 1 for 2. And it's going to be a handoff here, too close. And he's going to have the 1st down, and he's going to be wrapped up there as he's trying to slip that tackle there. As it looked like number 50, maybe he was the one who brought him down. Oyen.
1st down Cardinals at the Cougar 49.
That'll make the Cardinals 2 for 3 now on 3rd down. Sievers takes the snap, and he's going to give to Close again, who's running off tackle here, and he's going to be wrapped up there by Schmidt and number 7 there. Looks like Mutzinger bring him down, and it's going to be a gain of a couple there.
Couple on the play, 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals.
For Gavin Close. Three receivers at the bottom of your screen, and Jensen at the top. Going to be a quick pass to him at the sticks, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down there quickly there by Elcott. But it's going to be a 1st down there for Troy Jensen.
But not before a Cardinal 1st down at the Cougar 32.
And that's going to put them in Cougar territory now. There's a gain of about 19 there for the Cardinals. Snap there, and it's going to be another quick throw to Jensen. It looks like that maybe hit off his hands unless it was deflected. That's going to bring up 2nd down now for the Cardinals. Here we go, Cardinals to the line here. And it's going to be a give to Close there, who's met quickly. Going to bring up a 3rd down and long here for the Cardinals. As Gavin Close, he hasn't been able to have much room to run here in this 1st quarter. It's going to be another 3rd down now for the Cardinals, who are sitting at 2 for 3. Should be in about 4 down territory, though, for the Cardinals. Sievers takes the snap. It's going to be look quick to Jensen there, who's got it. Nice block made there by Jackson Winter. And he's brought down there right around the 10-yard line. So a great quick screen play to Troy Jensen. Makes the Cardinals 3 for 4 on 4th, or on 3rd down. That's going to be a pickup of 22 there for Jensen. So the Sievers to Jensen combo working out here well on their second possession. The Cardinals in the red zone here for the second time tonight. And it's going to be a give to close here, off tackle there. Working his way before being tackled out of bounds there by, looks like Heiberger. So a gain of a couple there for close.
They look fast. They're quick.
Sievers takes the snap, looking to throw here. Corner of the end zone towards Jensen, who's up. He makes the catch, and it's called incomplete. Elcott on the coverage there. That's going to bring up another third down here for the Cardinals. Malin and Jensen at the bottom. Feber in motion. And it's going to be a fake pitch there to Feber. And ahead is Sievers reaching for the end zone. Touchdown, Aiden Sievers, as he gets in the end zone from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals go 61 yards into the end zone to put them up 6-0 here in the first quarter. And here is the two-point conversion attempt, and it's going to be Haas on the run, and it's going to be no good. So the Cardinals up 6-0. Aiden Sievers, Troy Jensen making some headlines on possession number 2 for the Cardinals as they drive 61 yards to find pay dirt. Cardinals lead 6-0. We'll be back with Cardinals Live here after the break. All right, we're back here as the Cardinals getting set to kick it deep. Haas is kicking back deep to return as Elcott and Randall. Haas line drive kick is going to be caught there by Elcott. Across the 20 here, across the 25, across the 30 before being brought down just past the 35 there by Marco. So a decent return there by Elcott. That was a nice kick there by Owen Haas. It almost looked like that could have sailed over his head, but he made a nice catch there on the return. And here we go. Third possession here for the Fighting Cougars, and Saber's going to take the snap, and he's going to give quickly to Schmidt, who's going to be met there for no gain, or maybe a gain of a couple. on the play, and it looks like Marco is going to be the man to stop him.
Gain of a couple on the play, 2nd and 8 for the Cougars.
Cougars offense hasn't been able to do much here so far in this first quarter. With the fumble and the 3 and out. And Saber's going to look to throw here. And he's looking long towards Heiberger, but Sievers is there to break it up.
Sabres pass broken up by Sievers.
As Heiberger was the man he wanted, but that pass was just a little bit behind Heiberger there, and Sievers was there to make the pass defense.
You got a hand on it. There's nobody behind you. Could have missed it too.
And here we go. Sabres alone in shotgun. In motion right now is Randall. And heavy pressure there by Haas, and the pass is going to be caught there by Heiberger. Across the 45 and brought down there just short of the 40. Or right on the 40 there, as Jensen was able to bring him down.
At the Cardinal 40.
As I believe the Cougars are able to pick up their first down there of the game, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Deuel Cardinals lead 6-0 off the 8-yard touchdown run by Aiden Sievers. Stay tuned for the second quarter and more Cardinal football action after the break. All right, we're back after the end of the first quarter. Cougars are driving now in Cardinal territory on the 40-yard line. And Elcott in motion, and it's going to be a quick pitch to him as he's out across the edge there. Schmidt trying to make a block for him, and he's going to be run out of bounds there, as it looked like maybe Maskovich was able to chase him out. So a 7-yard gain there for Elcott.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on down there.
And Cougars to the line here. Schmidt on Saber's right hip. And they're going to give to him up the middle here as he slips a tackle and falls forward. And that's going to be, I believe that's going to be a first down there for Owen Schmidt.
First down, Cougars.
As they're inside the Cardinal 30 now.
Nobody's winding it, or come on, Joe.
He's just looking around like he's just spacing out.
Yeah, I know. He's better than that.
And here we go. In motion, there's Elcott. And it's going to be Sabres up the middle there on the QB draw. And
on the quarterback keeper.
Going to be stopped there by Prinz for a short gain there of 2 or 3.
Gain of a couple on the play, 2nd and 8.
Going to bring up 2nd down now for the Cougars. Defensive line right now for the Cardinals. We've got Jackson Winter, Caleb Tacroni, Ethan Prinz, and Braxton Winter. Linebackers are Marco, Close, and Haas. And it's going to be a give here to Schmidt up the middle. He's got room to run, and he breaks a tackle, and he's towards the end zone. And that's going to be a touchdown. Owen Schmidt from 27 yards out as he was able to bounce off the Cardinal tackler and stay on his feet. And ladies and gentlemen, that's something we mentioned in the pregame. He is not easy to bring down as he puts the Cougars in for 6. And they drive 63 yards for the touchdown. Looks like they will elect to go, to kick the extra point here as Heiberger set to kick and Sabres is the holder. They did try a fake last week, so watch for that. And that kick is going to be blocked up front there. So the extra point is no good. And we're all tied up here at Cardinal Field, 6-6, with just under 10 to go before the half. And we'll be back with your Cardinal football action after the break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back after the Schmidt touchdown from 27 yards out. And an impressive run there by the senior. Is able to get the Fighting Cougars on the board. And set to kick here is a short kick there. And it's going to be picked up there by Haas, and he's just going to go down there right around the 37, 38-yard line.
Cardinals 1st and 10 at their own 38.
And we'll see the third possession now from that Cardinal offense as they take the field. As right now, Cardinal offense is 1 for 2 on drives. The first one resulted in a turnover on downs. And the last Cardinal possession here on offense, they drove 61 yards, and Aiden Sievers ran in an 8-yard touchdown. And it's going to be a give to Close here as he bounces it outside here. And he's along the sidelines, and he's free. Being chased by Randall. Close down the sidelines. In the end zone, Gavin Close. Gavin Close goes 62 yards to the end zone. And the Deuel Cardinals lead 12-6. Boy, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, was that a quick drive there. As that one lasted about 13 seconds. And Gavin Close gets the job done for the Deuel Cardinals. Man, he hadn't done much on the first 2 possessions, but there he is, as his ability to break one at any moment is always there, and the Cardinals line up for 2. In motion there is Fieber, and it's going to be a give to Close there, diving into the end zone, and he's got it. 2-point conversion succeeds. Cardinals lead 14-6 over your McCook Central Montrose Fighting Cougars. So a nice job there by Gavin Close. As I I didn't quite think that he was going to break that run there when it first started. He bounced it outside, looked like maybe slipped a few tackles over there along that sideline, and he just broke free with some breakaway speed. And he puts the Cardinals up there off that 62-yard run. And here we go. Now the Cardinals will kick it deep to the Fighting Cougars.
Yeah, they brought a crowd. Yep.
We got that teed up kind of goofy.
And Haas will be kicking it. Line drive kick here again, going to be returned this time by Randall across the 30 and brought down there right around the 35 there, as it looks like Marco and Tweet kind of in there on the tackle.
Tackle made by Marco and Tweet.
And we'll see the fourth possession for this Fighting Cougar offense. And Owen Schmidt with the give up the middle there. And he's going to have a good gain there on first down of about 4. Brought down at the 39-yard line.
Gain of about 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Sabres has Randall in motion, and they're going to give to Schmidt, and he's going to go up the middle again. He's met early. He's going to fall forward for a yard or two as Prinz is able to bring him down. That's going to bring up third down now for the Cougars. Sabres takes the snap, looking to throw here. Heavy pressure put on him there, and he's going to be tripped up and sacked there by Jackson Winter as he brings him down there, and that's going to force a fourth down and bring on the special teams unit for the Fighting Cougars. And ladies and gentlemen, that's good to see there as Jackson Winter is able to get to the quarterback. That has not been one of the strong suits for the Cardinals. I know teams obviously don't run the ball on it as much, but the Cardinals only have 6 sacks on the season this year. Quite a few tackles for losses. I think they finished with 62 tackles for losses, but only 6 sacks. So Jackson Winter gets to the quarterback. And punt there by Elcott. Going to be returned by Fever across the 30 there, 35 and out of bounds there, close to the 40. So the Cardinal defense forces a 3 and out. That's going to put it back in the hands of Aiden Sievers and the Cardinal offense. Pass here by Sievers, long bomb intended for Jensen's going to fall incomplete over his head. Elcott on the coverage there. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We missed the scoreboard. Thank you for reaching out to Barry and anybody who maybe reached out to me. I wasn't looking at my phone. And here we go, 2nd down and 10 now for the Cardinals. Feber in motion. It's going to be a give to Close there, who's going to break some tackles and fall forward for a great gain there on 2nd down. Going to put them in manageable territory here for this 3rd down. It was a nice job by Close slipping that tackle and then falling forward, gain those few extra yards there. And we've got 3rd down and 3 here. Severs takes the snap and he's going to give to Close here. Close looking for room to run. He's not going to get to the line of gain there. He's going to bring up 4th down here. And the Cardinals ball on the 48-yard line. 4th and 2, I guess. And the Cardinal offense, they're going to come off. Maybe they're just bringing their heavy set package for the I formation as Haas and Marco enter here. Yep. Wasn't sure if they were bringing on one of those guys to punt or not. And here we go. Cardinals going to go for it. It's going to be a give to Marco up the middle. He's met early there. And it's going to be a stop there by the Fighting Cougars as the 4th down attempt by the Cardinals is to no avail. And the Cougars will have it in Cardinal territory on the 48-yard line, 49-yard line. In motion there is Randall, and they're going to give to Schmidt here. He's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to have a good gain there before being brought down by Winter. Ball's going to be on the 44 now for the Cardinals.
24W056, your lights are on, and you're parked by the baseball field.
Sabres takes the snap. It's going to be a quick pitch here to Elcott. He slips the tackle there and towards the sideline, being chased by Feber out of bounds. But he's going to have a Cougar 1st down there.
And a fresh set of downs for the Cougars.
They move the chains here. We got about 5:15 to go before half. Cardinals leading by 8. Randall in motion. They're going to give it to Schmidt. And Schmidt with a little nice cutback move, and he falls forward for another good gain there on 1st down.
Schmidt tripped up by Malin.
He's able to gain about 5 or 6, probably 6 there.
And 4 coming up for the Cougars.
For the Cougars. Pistol formation here, Sabres. They're going to have a keeper here to him. And he's going to fall forward here before being brought down. Looks like he's going to reach his
Sabres on the quarterback keeper.
line to game, maybe not here.
Tackle made by T. Crummy and Malin.
Like DeCrony, sounds like DeCrony and Malin brought him down. And it is going to be third down here in inches for the Cougars. Heiberger on the right hip. Schmidt on the left hip with Sabres. And there's going to be a timeout from Coach Gary and the Fighting Cougars. 3:32 to go in the half. Cougars want some time to think about this one. Third down in inches. We'll be back here as the Cardinal defense tries to make a stop. All right, we're back here after the Coach Gary timeout. Third down in inches for the Fighting Cougars. And they're going to have Sabres out there. In motion is Randall. And they're going to give to Schmidt here up the middle. And Winters there early.
Schmidt on the carry.
To bring him down.
By number 66, Jackson Winter.
Let's see where they spot this ball here. And they're going to bring out the chains here to measure this. Cougars started this drive on the Cardinal 48 after the turnover on downs. And it's going to be a first down for the Cougars there on the Schmidt run. So they're going to get themselves a fresh set of downs. This ball's on the Cardinal 22. And here we go. Sabres in shotgun once again. Takes the snap a little bit high there, and he's looking to throw. Pressure put on him there by Ulmer. Chasing him down, and he's going to lob it up there. And it's going to fall incomplete, intended for Dorr there. As that one was floating up there. Sievers tried to chase it down, but just wasn't able to get it in time. The heavy pressure put on by Ulmer turns out to be a success, though, with the incomplete pass. And Hanisch in motion there, and it's going to be Sabres up the middle there. As Haas flew in there, and he missed the tackle, and Sabres has a good run there on second down for the Cougars. He's going to give them a third and manageable here.
3rd and 4 coming up for the Cougars.
Clock winding. 2:30 to go here in this first half. In motion, there's Heiberger. And it's going to be a quick throw there towards Schmidt, and he's able to catch it there. Heiberger making a block for him, and Schmidt is into the end zone. 16-yard touchdown touchdown reception there for Owen Schmidt. As sophomore Heiberger did his job on the block for him. And the Fighting Cougars will be down 2 now. And they're going to keep their offense out there and elect to go for 2 to try and tie this one up. All right, Sabres alone in the backfield. And in motion there, Schmidt. It's going to be a quick screen pass there towards him, and Prinz is going to tackle him into the end zone. And the 2-point conversion attempt is good to Schmidt, and that's going to tie us up here, 14-14. Cardinals are going to have 2 minutes and 14 seconds to respond, although they will have the opening half, well, the second half kickoff. So, Fighting Cougars drive 48 yards and find pay dirt, 14-14 here at Cardinal Field. We'll be back after the break. We're back here after the Owen Schmidt 16-yard touchdown reception as Hanisch and the Cougars get set to kick it here. Watch one of the shorter kicks. We saw them do that earlier. Maybe they'll kick it deep here with 2:14 to go, actually. Nope, they're going to do another one of them squib kicks. It's going to roll up on Fieber, and he's going to grab it. He's across the 30 here and across the 40. Fieber looking for room to run. Outside, Sabres chasing him, and Hanisch. Fieber across the 20, the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Oliver Fieber, as the special teams wants to get involved there, as Fieber takes it all the way. What a play there by the senior kick returner for the Cardinals. And he's so dangerous, and we saw that short kick there by Hanisch, maybe trying to avoid him. But it ended up taking a roll towards him, and he fielded it on the hop, and he took it to the house. Fieber dangerous there, winning first place in the 100 and 200-meter dash in state track last season as a junior. And the Cardinals electing to go for 2. They're going to give it to Close, and he cuts it in and into the end zone. Gavin Close, 2-point conversion attempt is good. So time does not play a factor here for the Cardinals, as Oliver Fieber takes it to the house on special teams. And we'll be back with the kickoff by Owen Haas and the Cardinals here after the break. All right, here we go. Owen Haas getting set to kick it deep. Randall and Elcott back deep to return. This one's going towards, I believe, Elcott, and he's along the sidelines there, and he's going to be brought down there maybe just past the 35.
Out to about the 35-yard line.
And the Cougar offense will take the field once again there after the Owen Oliver Feber kick return touchdown. I believe that's guys, you know if there's been any special teams touchdowns in any away games for us? I know there was I think a punt return touchdown that got called back here at home, but I think that might be the first special teams touchdown the Cardinals have had this season. In motion, Heiberger there. It's going to be a quick pass there to Schmidt again. Heiberger making a block, but Sievers comes in there and makes a nice tackle there to bring down Schmidt.
Gain of about 1 on the play, 2nd and 9 coming up for the Cougars.
So a nice play there by Aiden Sievers to run in there and make the tackle. As that clock continues to wind now, minute 30. And Sabres rolling out to his left here to throw. And the pass deflected there by Jensen and almost intercepted. Nice play there by the senior cornerback. Now it's going to be 3rd down and long here for the Cougars. Jensen, he's a dangerous cornerback there to throw towards. I believe he has 2 defensive touchdowns on the season, a couple pick six. Both his interceptions on the year that did end up going to the house. One of them was for over 100 yards. 100-yard return. And Sabres alone there in shotgun. In motion is Randall. And he's going to drop back to pass. Pressure there by Winter. He's going to lob it up towards Schmidt. And it's intercepted there by Aiden Sievers on the return across the 45, the 40, the 35 before being brought down right around the 40 as Aiden Sievers takes the ball away, and the Cardinal defense comes up strong there after showing some holes there in the last couple drives. Aiden Sievers makes a big play, and he puts his offense back on the field in Cougar territory. A minute 13 to go, and I believe Coach Horrigan has 2 timeouts to work with. Sievers dropping back the pass, and it's going to be blown dead here. And there's going to be a timeout. Timeout there by the Fighting Cougars. Minute 13 to go here in this first half. Cardinals ball on the 30-yard line of the Cougars after the Aiden Sievers interception. Dropping back to pass is Sievers. Throwing towards Yager there, and it's going to go through his hands there on the sidelines and fall incomplete. That was going to be a tough catch there for Yager, trying to keep his feet in bounds. He's going to bring up 2nd down here for the Cardinals. Three receivers at the bottom of your screen. We got Yager, Jensen, and Feber. At the top of your screen is Gallardo, and Feber's in motion. Sievers drops back to pass. Heavy pressure on him. He steps up in the pocket, and he delivers a pass towards Gallardo. and it cannot be hauled in there. That's going to fall incomplete and bring up third down here as the heavy pressure there put on by the Cougars forces Sievers to get rid of that one quickly, and it falls incomplete. Third down and 10 here. Cardinals bringing in a little protection for Sievers as Mayland and Winter entered. Sievers rolling to his left, looking to throw. He's going to be surrounded here, and he's going to try and slip some tackles, and he's brought down there right around the 35. Looks like Doer's the one to make the sack as he was surrounded there by a pack of Cougars.
4th and 16 coming up for the Cardinals.
And the clock continuing to run here. 4th and 16 now. The Cardinals maybe just going to let this wind down here. Try this 4th down attempt. They've got 2 timeouts to work with. So if they are able to pick it up, they still should have some time. Maybe they'll just let this. And there's going to be a timeout there for the Cardinals. 10 seconds to go. And they'll have 1 timeout in their pocket here as we see what they decide to attempt. Little recap of what's happened so far. Cougars started off, they had the return, and on their first possession, Schmidt, he ended up with a fumble. Cardinals had it in Cougar territory, and they ended up turning it over on downs. The second possession for the Cougars ended up being a 3-and-out, and the Cardinals respond with an 8-yard touchdown run by Aiden Sievers. Responding then was Schmidt with a 27-yard touchdown run to tie us up at 6-6. And then Owen Schmidt's not the only running back who can get the job done, as Gavin Close took it 62 yards to the house to put the Cardinals up what would be 14-6. And then Schmidt reeled in a 16-yard touchdown reception to tie it up 14-14. And then the Cardinals ended up taking the lead right after that. So right after both of Schmidt's touchdowns, about the first plays afterwards, the Cardinals responded with a touchdown for themselves as Fieber took the kickoff to the house for a touchdown. And the Cardinals, ball on the 35 here, the Cougars set up in this field position off his interception. Sievers picked the ball off. And here we go, 4th and 16. Low snap there. Sievers looking to throw. Heavy pressure rolling out. Heiberger trying to make the tackle. Sievers wants his receivers to come back. And that's going to fall incomplete there. And there's going to be 1 second left on the clock.
Should have been watching the clock.
And that's going to bring the Cougar offense onto the field after the turnover on downs, as Cardinals have no success off of the 2 turnovers by the Cougars, both resulting in turnover on downs. And that's going to be a knee there by Sabres, and that's going to bring us into half, where the Cardinals, they will receive the second half kickoff. They're up 22-14. We'll be back here after the break. We're going to go through some commercials, and then we're going to show you some season stats. Then we'll get you to some game stats between the Cougars and the Cardinals. So stay tuned. You're watching Cardinals Live.
I'm Oliver Fieber, and tonight's game is brought to you by D&B National Bank.
For more than 60 years, Helena's global partnerships, industry-leading R&D, state-of-the-art laboratories, and manufacturing strength have delivered legendary products that are relied upon by growers across the U.S. From our core adjuvant businesses to our far-reaching distribution networks and cutting-edge agri-intelligence services, Helena has pursued and defined excellence in farming for generations.
Welcome to Crony Brothers Simmental, a family-owned livestock operation where passion meets tradition. The Crony family has been raising top-quality cattle with dedication and passion for the Simmental breed. Every March, we host our highly anticipated annual bull sale, offering the best genetics to improve your herd. As we always say, if you're passionate about something, follow that passion and you will find success. The Crony Brothers Simmental, where family, tradition, and quality come together.
You don't have to choose between fiber-fast internet speeds and neighborly customer service. ITC is the internet provider that brings you speed, service, and so much more. Like our capital credits. Since ITC operates as a cooperative, we pass profits back to our loyal customers. The longer you trust us with your services, the bigger the potential number on your capital credits check. Fast, friendly, and member-owned. That's the ITC difference. Learn more at itc-web.com.
I'm Oliver Fieber, and tonight's game is brought to you by D&B National Bank.
For more than 60 years, Helena's global partnerships, industry-leading R&D, state-of-the-art laboratories, and manufacturing strength have delivered legendary products that are relied upon by growers across the U.S. From our core adjuvant businesses to our far-reaching distribution networks and cutting-edge agri-intelligence services, Helena has pursued and defined excellence in farming for generations.
Welcome to Crony Brothers Simmental, a family-owned livestock operation where passion meets tradition. The Crony family's been raising top-quality cattle with dedication and passion for the Simmental breed. Every March, we host our highly anticipated annual bull sale, offering the best genetics to improve your herd. As we always say, if you're passionate about something, follow that passion and you will find success. The Crony Brothers Simmental, where family, tradition, and quality come together.
You don't have to choose between fiber-fast internet speeds and neighborly customer service. ITC is the internet provider that brings you speed, service, and so much more. Like our capital credits. Since ITC operates as a cooperative, we pass profits back to our loyal customers. The longer you trust us with your services, the bigger the potential number on your capital credits check. Fast, friendly, and member-owned. That's the ITC difference. Learn more at ITC.
All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Cardinals Live. We got a little bit of some halftime statistics and highlights to show here. Right now, the Cardinals lead 22-14 here in this first-round playoff matchup against the McCook Central Montrose Fighting Cougars. Some of the Cardinal highlights that we saw tonight: Aiden Seaver started us off, getting us into the end zone with an 8-yard touchdown run. Here we've got a highlight of that, and we'll play that back again here for you maybe. Let's just replay that. And there we saw that was kind of a fake. There was the fever motion. Normally they do that just dump pass to Fever on the sweep, but Severs ended up keeping it and going up the middle and finding his way into the end zone. We don't have the highlights for the Fighting Cougars, but after that, Owen Schmidt responded with a 27-yard touchdown run. And then right after that, on the Cardinals' first play of their third possession, Gavin Close had a 62-yard touchdown run. And here's the highlight from that. As we saw Close bounce it to the outside and then get to that sideline there where he's just able to beat everybody as he walks into the end zone there, and it stops just a little bit short, unfortunately. But that's all right. We know where he was headed. So the Cardinals ended up converting the 2-point conversion and going up 14-0. Or sorry, 14-6. And then we ended up having a 3-and-out on the fourth possession for the Cougars, a turnover on downs for the Cardinals, and then on that fifth possession for the Cougars, there was a 16-yard touchdown reception from Schmidt, and then a successful 2-point conversion attempt tied us all up at 14-14. So right after that, they kicked it. Bieber fielded it on a hop, and he was able to take it to the house, and here is that highlight as we saw Bieber cut it back up there. We weren't able to capture the entire thing. It only takes the last 10 seconds. And there we see Feber go into the end zone for the touchdown. So overall, really, Cardinals, they lead right now by 8. But it has been a close and competitive football game. Cardinals lead the turnover battle 2-0 right now as we saw an interception by Aiden Severs. And here's the highlight from that as Sabres threw it up. And Severs able to come down with it. That pass was intended for Elcott. But Cardinals unable to answer there. There was a fumble earlier, too, by Schmidt on the pitch play. So Cardinals, both of those ended up in turnover on downs. Anyway, the stats for the Cardinals. Aiden Severs right now, he's struggling as he only has a 25% completion percentage. Right now he's sitting at a 64% on the season, so that's definitely way down. And he only has 43 yards passing. And then running the ball, Gavin Close, 11 carries for 83 yards. And on one of those carries, there was the 62-yard touchdown run. So a lot of Cardinals' success coming off some of those big plays that some of those skill position players are able to make. And then Troy Jensen is the leading receiver right now for the Cardinals. 2 receptions for 37 yards, and then 1 reception for Oliver Feber for 6 yards. Looking at the Fighting Cougars, Sabres right now is 3 for 8 for 38 yards and a touchdown. Owen Schmidt, he's been carrying the football, been the workhorse for them, 10 carries for 60 yards, so averaging that 6 yards per carry. And then he had that 27-yard touchdown run. I have been surprised. We haven't seen very much of Connor Heiberger, who I saw him carry the ball against Baltic last week, and he did a phenomenal job carrying the football, and he's been doing a great job with some blocks as well. He's a phenomenal football player and only a sophomore. Receiving the ball, leading receiver is Owen Schmidt with 2 receptions for 17 yards and a touchdown. However, Connor Heiberger, I guess he does have more receiving yards, 1 reception for 21 yards. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, the Cardinals' leading tackler on the night is Carson Marco and Jackson Winter, who both have 5. Winter, he did have that sack. Severs has 2 tackles and an interception. And then Prinz and Tacroni, they've combined up front there. Those interior linemen, 3 tackles for Prinz, 4 tackles for Tacroni. Cougars defensively, their leading tackler right now is a 3-way tie between Jared Elcock at 3, Connor Heiberger at 3, and Will Oyen at 3 as well. And the Cardinals have yet to turn the ball over. So they lead in that category 2-0. Meanwhile, first downs for the Cardinals and the Fighting Cougars, both of them tied up as they both have 6 first downs apiece. Passing first downs tied up there 2-2, rushing 4-4. Third down efficiency, Cardinals have the edge there. The Cougars have the edge there, 3 for 7. No, sorry. Excuse me. Cardinals have the edge, 4 for 7 on third down, and the Cougars are 3 for 7. Fourth down efficiency, though, for the Cardinals, they are 0 for 3. Meanwhile, the Cougars have not attempted to go for it on any fourth downs in the first half. Total yards, Cougars 122, Cardinals 141. So, pretty competitive game there. A lot of the numbers are close. Cardinals have the edge, though, right now, just with a couple of those big plays on the big run and the big kick return by Feber. So, we'll get back here with the start of the second half after the break. Thank you for tuning in to Cardinals Live. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back here. Second half of round 1 of playoff football. And the Cardinals lead by 8, 22-14. The winner of this game would go on to play the winner of the Wagner-Chamberlain game. Wagner right now leading 27-0 over Chamberlain at the end of the first half. Some other scores, Sioux Valley's tied up with Parker 8-8 at the end of the first. St. Thomas More up 17-7 over Hot Springs. And Clark Willow Lake up 22-0 over Groton area. Number 1 ranked Elk Point Jefferson up 35-6 over Flandreau. And Winter defeated Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Saborn Central. And a short kick went for the onside one, and they grab it there. The Cardinals do.
It didn't go 10 yards.
And that's going to be the Cardinals football.
It's got to go 10 yards, people.
As that one didn't go 10 yards. And Mike, that doesn't matter there, even if they touch it there and it doesn't go 10 yards. I know in the NFL how it is. I just wasn't sure how it worked here in high school. Or maybe the Cougars touched it first.
Yeah, if he'd have touched it and then
Yeah.
pick it up.
I was
I guess that's what they're talking about right now. Well, it's going to stay our ball.
I was a little distracted there, ladies and gentlemen, with reading off those scores from around the state for you. But it looks like it doesn't matter. I guess really what I think is it's going to be Cardinal football here just across the 50 in Cougar territory.
Nonetheless, it wasn't very smart to go touch the ball.
And we know that the Cougars, they're pretty aggressive on special teams. A lot of short kicks, kind of onsides throughout the season. It doesn't pay off for them there as the Cardinals start with good field position here. Seavers looking to pass here out towards Jensen on the sidelines, and he's going to have a first down there for being brought down out of bounds there by Elcott.
Tackle made by Elcock. First down, Cardinals at the Cougar 36.
Sievers in shotgun here. He's going to give too close. Bouncing it outside, being chased there by Randall. He's trying to get the edge, and he's going to be tackled there. Out of bounds there as he's tripped up. But Close is going to have a good first down run there for the Cardinals.
Gain of 5, second and 5 Cardinals.
Ball on the 32-yard line right now for the Cardinals. In motion there is Fieber. And Sievers is going to keep it here as he goes off tackle here, and he's going to have a
down to the 25.
first down there for the Cardinals. Right.
Tackle made by Hanish.
Looked like number 3 Hanish ended up
First
making
down,
the tackle
Cardinals.
there, and he's inside the 25 now. And Sievers moves the chains for the Cardinals. So a nice job there by Sievers and Luke Anderson using a little misdirection there with Fieber in motion. The fake give to Close, and then Sievers keeps it himself. And here's dump pass there to Fieber, who's going to be tackled for a loss.
Fieber dropped in the backfield for a big loss.
And that's going to bring up a second down and long for the Cardinals. They're going to be back around the 33, 34-yard line. And that's not what the Cardinals needed.
Second and 21 coming up for the Cardinals.
Sievers looking to throw quickly to Fieber here. And he's going to get by him there before he's brought down. So decent gain there for Fieber of a few. Ball's going to be on the 29-yard line for the Cardinals, and it's going to be third down and long here.
Almost a push in the back, but he held up.
Sievers takes the snap, rolls out to his right, looking to throw here towards Jensen in the end zone, and that's going to fall incomplete. Elcott on the coverage there, and that's going to bring up fourth down and 16.
4th and 16 for the Cardinals.
And let's see, the Cardinals, they were 0 for 3 on fourth down in the first half. Turning the ball over on downs in that Cougar territory. I guess one time it was on the 48-yard line, the Cardinal 48, where they didn't convert that fourth down and 2. And Sievers dropping back, quick pass here, screen to Jensen. And that's not going to be enough, though. And it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Cardinals. So the Cougar defense holds strong. Lets their offense come back out now to see if they can have a second half opening drive that can maybe tie this game up.
Just a reminder, only team personnel are allowed on the field immediately following all playoff games. Spectators will be allowed on the field only after team handshakes have taken place.
And here we go, Sabres in shotgun. Schmidt on his hip. Quick screen pass there to Hanish. He's going to be brought down there, it looks like, by maybe Mayland.
Tackle made by Malin.
Over there, did he wave it? Between the white and the black over there, I can't see.
Gain of about 4 on the play there.
4 on the play. 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Sabres takes the snap high, gives to Schmidt up the middle there, and he's met early there by the Cardinals.
Schmidt taken down right away.
And it looks like maybe Marco was in there to blow that play up there. Marco, leading tackler for the Cardinals this season. Senior for him, so he'll be a loss after this season's over, but he's done a fantastic job as one of the leaders on that defense.
All right, let's get a stop here.
Alcott and Randall at the bottom of your screen. Heiberger in motion. Rolling out to his right there is Sabres. Being chased by Winter. And the pass is deflected there by Close. Pass was intended for Randall. That's going to bring up 4th and 5 and bring on the special teams unit of the Cougars. Elcott is the punter for the Cougars. Back deep to return, we have Close and Fieber. This punt. Fieber going to let it roll there. Going to be touchdown right around the 28. So, 3 and out forced there by the Cardinal defense. And Aiden Sievers in the offense will retake the field here. Bieber in motion here. Sievers bobbles the snap. He picks it up quickly, though, and he's forward with it before being brought down there. So Sievers does a nice job of recovering there as that snap, which looked pretty clean, ended up going through his hand. And he did a nice job of staying composed and grabbing that there, as that could have been disastrous there for the Cardinals. So 2nd down and about 11 here for the Cardinals. Maybe he got back to the line, 2nd and 10. Dump pass here to Fieber on the edge there. Fieber trying to make a man miss there, and he's passed and tackled at the 45 there by Elcott, but there is a flag on the play. Been a pretty clean game so far. This first half didn't see too many penalties at all. Let's see if this is going to be a hold on the Cardinals. Little discussion here between the referees. See what the flag's going to be. Personal foul there. Chop block by the Cardinals. That's going to set them back 15, I believe. 10 or 15, Mike? 15? Yeah, one or the other. We'll see.
I'm not sure. Don't get to see that very often.
But the Cardinals on their opening drive of the second half, and now this second one here, putting themselves behind the sticks, and that's not what they want to do. They want to find success on offense. Ball's on the 15 here. Sievers takes the snap, and he's going to give to Close here. And Close is going to be brought down there. Looks like the tackle was made by Sabres.
All right, where are we at here now? Yards to
Tackle made by Quinall.
ball's on the 21 here. The possession started with the ball on the 28. Third down and long. Sievers takes the snap. Looking to throw, going deep towards Fieber. And he's got him. The pass is complete. Fieber being chased by Hanisch across the 20, the 10. And
steps out of bounds.
Out of bounds there as Fieber just lost his balance right before the pylon there. And let's see where they mark this. As that was a beautiful pass thrown by Sievers to Oliver Fieber. And okay, I guess it wasn't quite as close as I thought. He must have stepped out of bounds a little bit earlier. They're going to be on the 9-yard line. So the 3rd and 16 pickup there for the Cardinals is huge as they're now in the red zone and 9 yards out from making this a 2-score game. Sievers gives to Close. Close hurdles there, a defender over Randall and inside the 5.
Tackle made by Randall.
So the Cardinals, they just continue to make big plays that devastate the Fighting Cougars.
Looked like he was past the 5. Whatever that play is,
Sievers takes the snap, gives to Close again here. Close met early there by a pack of Cougars and brought down. May have been a loss on the play, or maybe he got back to the line again. That's going to bring up 3rd down here for the Cardinals.
From just outside the 5-yard line.
Let's see what Luke Anderson and the Cardinal offense decide to draw up here. They got Sievers in shotgun, Close on the right hip. Top of your screen is Fieber and Jensen. Fieber's in motion. And they're going to give it to, going to be a keeper there by Sievers racing towards the pylon. And he is in for the Cardinal touchdown. So Sievers wins the race to the pylon there, and he puts them in for 6 on the 5-yard touchdown run. That's Sievers' 2nd touchdown run of the evening. And they're going to keep the offense out there to go for 2. Nope, never mind. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, yeah, they are. They're going to go with the bunch formation with Close as kind of a wildcat here, quarterback. And Close is going to keep it, and he's going to prance into the end zone there. 2-point conversion attempt is good. Cardinals go up 30-14 off the Aiden Sievers 5-yard touchdown run that was all set up by the completion. Aiden Sievers to Oliver Fieber on the 3rd and 16 play. We'll be back with more Cardinal football action. You're watching Cardinals Live. All right, we're back in here live at Cardinal Field after the 5-yard touchdown run by Aiden Sievers puts the Cardinals up by 16. That was all set up by a 70-yard completion from Sievers to Oliver Fieber, who went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Owen Haas on the kick. Line drive kick there into the ground early, just past the 35, and a Cougar jumps on it. That's going to be spotted
33-yard line, I think.
right around the 33, 34-yard line.
Cougars are going to have it first and 10
At 33.
at their own 33.
And here we go, pistol formation for the Cougars. And it looks like Sabres moving out here. And it's going to be a direct snap to Schmidt there. He takes it up the middle.
Schmidt on the carry.
And it's going to be a gain of a yard or two on the play.
Tackle made by Haas. 2nd and 8 for the Cougars.
Sabres. And shotgun takes the snap, and he fakes the give there to Schmidt. And, man, he was almost wrapped up there, but he completes it to Dorr, who's tackled just across the 45 there by Severs. And, man, it looked like there was a couple Cardinals in there putting heavy pressure there on Sabres. But it ends up working out for him. As the 20-yard completion to Senior Dorr puts the Cougars in Cardinal territory. I missed who the two Cardinals were putting pressure on him. I think one of them was Winter. Might have been both Winter boys. Not quite sure who was coming in on him. But Sabres elusive in the pocket. Pitch here is to Elcott. Being chased there by Winter. And then he's going to be tackled for a loss there. As Close, Jensen, and Winter are all there to make the stop. And that's really what the Cardinals need there. Trying to put the Cougars behind the sticks here, and that's what they do. Ball on the 49 now.
2nd and 14 for the Cougars.
Bring up 2nd and 14 for Andrew Sabres in this Cougar offense. In motion here is Elcott. Going to be a snap to Sabres. Looking to throw it deep. He's got Randall, but he's going to overthrow him. So there was potential there for Sabres to Randall. But he just overthrows him by a few yards there. That falls incomplete and sets up 3rd down and long now for the Cougars. Sabres alone in shotgun. Takes the snap. Heavy pressure there by Jackson Winter. Again, passes complete, though, to Elcott. And he's going to be tackled there. It's going to be close to the line of gain. That's going to be a 1st down. And, man, Sabres is just staying composed in that pocket as Jackson Winter has been getting close. He had a sack earlier in that first half. And on this drive, he's been putting heavy pressure on him. And he's just getting rid of the ball quick enough. And he had a 20-yard completion in there. He has a 16-yard or a 14-yard completion, both for 1st downs. It's going to be a give here to Schmidt, who's going to be met there by Marco. So Marco shoots the gap and makes a nice tackle there to stop senior Owen Schmidt. It's going to be about no gain there for the Cougars. Ball on the 34-yard line. And here we go, Cougars to the line. Sabres alone. He's going to put a man in motion here. It's Randall. He's going to fake it to him, and he's going to look to throw. Heavy pressure there by Winter, and he's going to get wrapped up, and he's going to get that thrown away there before he's brought down. and there was a receiver in the area there. So there's not going to be any intentional grounding, as this time it's the brother who kind of gets there first. That's Braxton Winter putting heavy pressure on Andrew Sabers. And here's 3rd down and 10 now for those Cougars. Bottom of your screen is Hanisch. In motion there is Heiberger, and it's going to be a quick pass there to Schmidt. And he's going to throw it downfield towards Hanisch, who brings it in, and he's wrapped up and tackled inside the 5 there by Fieber. And that's one thing you got to watch out for on this Cougar offense, is they like some of those trick plays. As Schmidt completes it there to Hanisch. And last week we saw the Cougars, they didn't run the same exact play as that, but they ran a similar kind of trick play there where they had their wide receiver Hanisch throw it downfield to Randall for a 50-yard touchdown. So Cougars come up big once again here on 3rd down, and they're inside the 5, knocking on the door of the Cardinals. Sabers puts Schmidt in motion. He's going to pitch it to him quick. Schmidt's going to be met there just before the goal line, tackled by Marco and Sievers. That was a big hit there laid by
about the 2-yard line.
Eden Sievers. May have been Malin too on that tackle. Tough to tell the difference when that 9 starts getting crunched up by that jersey. Sabers alone, 3 right receivers to his left. In motion here is Randall. And they're going to fake it to him, and Sabers is going to keep it himself, and he's going to fall forward for a touchdown, Cougars. Sabers from 1 yard out, he ends up putting it in. And the Cougars just resilient on that drive, as the Cardinal defense was able to put heavy pressure on them. But Andrew Sabers does a phenomenal job of taking those Cougars 67 yards to the end zone. And the 2-point conversion attempt here for the Cougars. Sabers looking to throw. And he's just going to lob it up towards the back of the end zone. That's going to fall incomplete. That was intended there for Dorr. Dorr, definitely the tallest player on that Cougar team. Trying to use his height advantage there. But to no avail. Cardinals lead by 10, 30-20. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. So we'll have the 4th quarter to go. You're watching Cardinals Live. Stay tuned for the Cardinal Cougar football action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Cardinal Field after the 1-yard touchdown run by sophomore Andrew Sabers. Gives the Cougars 20, and it's going to be another short kick here. Haas going to, there's going to be a flag here. It's going to be an offsides on the Cougars.
Offside
So they'll have to back it up
Cougars on
here.
kickoff.
And they'll be kicking from the 35 now. So a quarter to play here at Cardinal Field. Cardinals up by 10. Each team scored once here in this second half. And it's going to be an onside kick here. It's going to roll there, and it's going to be covered up by the Cardinals. It's going to be touchdown right around the 50-yard line. And on comes the Cardinal offense. I believe that was, I think it was Haas that ended up covering that one up.
That's a lateral.
Can't tell from this angle because it was just further enough that way. Yeah, that's. My initial thought was that's rolling good.
The duck that he threw after he.
Severs in shotgun puts Fieber in motion. Going to give it to Close. And he's going to be tripped up there for no gain on the play.
Tripped up by Heiberger. 2nd and 10.
Heiberger on the tackle there.
Kept him under wraps.
Gavin Close on the season. In the eight-game regular season, 4 games he went over 100 yards. On 4 he was kept under 100 yards. Which is a little surprising to me that he was kept under 4 times, but that pass deflected there by the Cougars. Pass was intended for Close. But Close, he was, he had a game over 200 rushing yards, and then he had a couple other ones where he didn't quite crack 200, but he was really close. I think he had one for like 186 and another one up in those high 180s, 170s, 180s, 190s range. So 3rd down and 10 here for the Cardinals after the batted ball by the Cougars. Severs takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Looking to throw downfield here towards Fieber, who turns, and that's going to fall incomplete there. Hanish on the coverage. That's going to bring up 4th down now. Let's see what the Cardinal offense decides to do. Looks like they're bringing on the punt team as they're going to play the field position game here and make those Cougars drive the length of the field. This will be the first punt tonight for the Cardinals. So Jensen to punt. Back deep to return there is Elcott there, and that kick going to be returned there by Elcott across the 30, 35, 40, and out of bounds.
Alcock with the return. Taken out of bounds by Boyer.
Boyer takes him out of bounds. Ball is going to be on the 41.
Their own 41-yard line.
Here you go, Sabres in shotgun. In motion here is Schmidt, and they're going to do the quick pitch to him, and he's going to cut it up the field there. Going to have a nice gain on 1st down there. Severs makes the tackle.
Helps out by Tucroni. Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd and 4 coming up for the Cougars.
I think so.
2nd down and 4 here for the Cougars. Twins left here, and it's going to be a keeper here for Sabres. And he's going to have a short gain there of a couple on the play.
Sabres driven back by Prinz.
Owen Prinz able to make the stop there for the Cardinals, and that's going to bring up a third down here for the Cougars. Let's see what Coach Mike Gary comes up here for this Cougar offense. I believe Coach Gary, this is maybe his second or third year as head coach of the Cougars. In motion there is Randall. And they're going to give it to Schmidt, who's grabbed there by Winter. Winter had the blocker on him, and he just reached his arm around and was able to get it around kind of the neck and into the chest of Schmidt and bring him down. What a big play there by sophomore Jackson Winter. And I mean, I am just impressed with both of those Winter boys as sophomores playing that defensive end position for the Cardinals. Jackson's having himself a phenomenal night. You know, they were coming in at about 6'3", 180. Braxton, 6'4", 190. And there's a pass, fourth down, and it is incomplete there. And there's a flag on the play, though. That was intended for Dorr. Severs was in coverage. And that could be brutal there for the Cardinals. Is if this is pass interference, it's going to be a first down now for that Cougar offense. And that it is. So what looked like a nice play there by Eden Severs ends up getting called as pass interference. And the give is to Schmidt here up the middle. Going to be falling forward there for a few there on the tackle there. Looks like Tacroni and Prinz.
Tacroni and Prinz in on the stop for the Cardinals.
Can bring up second down now for the Cougars. And Heiberger in now on the right hip of Sabres. And they're going to give it to him. This is his first carry of the night. And he fumbles. And the ball comes out. It's picked up by Severs on the move here. And Severs is going to be tackled there by Schmidt right around the 40. So a huge play there by the Cardinal defense. He's going to give the ball to the Cardinal offense. So what a play there. I didn't see who punched it out. But the first carry there by Heiberger ends up being a fumble. And I believe I said earlier he had a fumble last week as well against the Bulldogs. And that is critical there as he fumbled in Cardinal territory and them trailing by 2 possessions and giving the football back to the Cardinals is going to be hard to overcome. Severs puts Fieber in motion. They're going to give it to Close. Close up the middle, slips the tackle, and forward close to the line to gain there. And he may have a first down here for the Cardinals, and yes, he does. So a nice run there by Gavin Close. Moves the chains for the Cardinals.
By Randall, first down Cardinals at the Cougar 30.
So a 10-yard run there by Gavin Close. And here we go. Severs takes the snap, and he's going to give to Close again. Close up the middle. He bounces it outside towards the sideline. Tries a little spin move there, but he's going to be wrapped up and brought down there by Randall along the sideline. And Close is going to move the chains again there for the Cardinals. as he's able to pick up 15 yards on that carry. So close, 25 yards total on his last 2 carries.
I know he hasn't, but you don't know with these guys.
Sievers takes the snap, and he's going to give it to Close again, who falls forward there for a nice run on first down. Going to pick up about maybe 3. Schmidt's going to be the one to bring him down there. So the Cardinals putting the ball in the hands of their workhorse running back to march them into the red zone here of the Cougars. Sievers takes a snap. He's going to go himself outside on off tackle and towards the end zone. In he is. Touchdown. Aiden Sievers. 14-yard touchdown run by Aiden Sievers. And a combination of him and Gavin Close. They take the ball 40 yards to find the end zone and go up 36-20 over the Fighting Cougars. So a nice run there by Aiden Sievers, and great vision to see that and bounce it outside and head towards that pylon to get in to the end zone. Cardinals going to elect to go for 2 here once again. Heavy formation. And they're going to give it to Haas here, and he's going to be met. It's going to be a no good, as it looks like Dorr and number 50 for the Cougars there, able to make the stop. But the Cardinals go 40 yards, able to capitalize off the turnover after the Heiberger fumble and go up 36-20 with 6:50 to go here in this fourth quarter. All right, we're back here at Cardinal Field off of the 14-yard touchdown run by Aiden Sievers. That was his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. And here's a grounder there by Owen Haas, a hard grounder that's going to be jumped on there. Right around the 33, 34-yard line. Heiberger's the one to cover it up for the Cougars.
First down, Cougars at their own 32-yard line.
And Sabres in shotgun. 3 receivers at the top. And Winter putting pressure on him again, and he gets in there. Winter trips him up for the sack, his 2nd of the night. As Jackson Winter is able to put the Cougars behind the sticks here on 2nd down.
Loss of about 8 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 18.
What a play there by Jackson Winter, as he is just having a night on defense. Sabres rolling out to his left, looking to throw downfield towards Randall, and it's intercepted there by Troy Jensen as he's able to make a play on the ball there. And that's the 5th turnover for the Cougars tonight. What a play there by Troy Jensen to give the Cardinals the ball back.
First and 10 Cardinals at their own 47-yard line after the Jensen interception.
After the interception, getting held by the receiver, no flag. I wouldn't pay going off like this.
And here we go. Cardinals back out here. Ball on the 47. And Seaver's going to keep it himself. And he's going to step over a tackler there before he's brought down. Seavers maybe needs to be a little bit careful there. It's easy to get a leg twisted or a knee twisted there. Doing stuff like that. Kind of dangerous there, but he puts them on the 50-yard line now. Feber in motion. Seaver's going to throw a quick pass out to Jensen, who's going to haul it in there right around the 41-yard line there for the Cardinals in Cougar territory. And Seaver's able to move the chains there on the completion to Jensen. Going to give him a fresh set of downs here as we've got about 5 minutes to go here in this one.
Just a reminder, only team personnel are allowed on the field immediately following all playoff games. Spectators will be allowed on the field only after team handshakes have taken place.
Jensen at the bottom of your screen. Top of your screen is Winter, and it's going to be a keeper here for Seavers as he's running hard before he's brought down there. Good first down run there by Aiden Seavers.
Gain of 7 on the play.
7-yard pickup there by Aiden Seavers. And Seavers, he has 3 rushing touchdowns on the night. That matches his regular season total of 3. It's going to be a give to Close here. Close going to get across the 30 before being brought down, but looked like the ball must have came out, but the referees are going to call him down. That's going to be a first down there for the Cardinals on the Close carry.
At the Cougar 29-yard line.
Cardinals to the line here. Top of your screen are Feber and Jensen. Bottom is Braxton Winter. Going to be a give to Close. And Close is going to be brought down for a loss there. Looked like 74. Myers going to bring him down.
Loss of a couple on the play, 2nd and 12.
Under 3 to go here at Cardinal Field. There's going to be a dump pass there to Fever on the sweep there. He's trying to find the edge, and he's going to be close to the sticks there. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down. Looks like Schmidt's going to be the one to bring him down.
Another fresh set of downs for the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals continue to move the chains on this possession here.
First and 10 Cardinals.
As it started back on the 47-yard line of the Cardinals with Troy Jensen interception. Feber in motion. They're going to give it to Close, who's met early there and thrown down there by Heiberger.
Tackle made by Heiberger.
And there's going to be a timeout there by the Cougars. Minute 50 to go here. Cardinals lead by 16, up 36-20. We'll be back after the Cougar timeout. Stay tuned. You're watching Cardinals Live. Back after the Coach Gary timeout. And they're going to give the Close here. He's going to be met by a pack of Cougars for a gain of maybe a couple, and there's going to be another timeout here by the Cougars. We'll keep you with us here. So, minute 46 to go. Cardinals lead by 16. If they win this, they're able to close it out. They will be here at home against Wagner next week. Yeah. Yep, they'll be here against Wagner if they're able to do that. I do not have a score in that game, but they were up 27-0. I'm just assuming. Looks like it is 33-0 final. So, yep, Wagner was able to pull it off and claim victory.
Ham and cheese sandwiches for $5 in the Quonset building after the game.
And I'm not quite sure if that would be, guys. Would that turn to a Friday night game? Do you know, or
Thursday?
It would be a Thursday night game again. Okay. And the give there to Close, who's going to be tripped up there. Looked like Dorr was the one to grab a shoelace and bring him down. And there's going to be another timeout there by Coach Gary. So the Cardinals came into this half leading 22-14 over the Cougars. And that 8-point lead has turned into a 16-point lead here in this half, with the Cardinals in the red zone right now on the 12-yard line, and a fourth down here coming up. Cardinal season stats before coming into this one: passing the ball, they were averaging 150 yards per game, running for 181 for a total of 331. Their average points per game coming into tonight's game was about 32 points per game. Well, meanwhile, they were giving up, I believe, about 19 on average. Seavers looking to throw towards Jensen. The out route there, that's going to fall incomplete, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs
For the Cardinals, and the Cougars will take over on their own 12.
First and 10 Cougars at
They
the
had a
12.
timeouts, aren't they now? Well, get 6 defensive backs back, or 8 defensive backs back here. Hook and ladder,
See what the Cougar offense can come up with. They're going to have to score quickly and then try one of those commonly attempted onside kicks that they like to do. Sabres alone in the backfield. Let's watch, see if Winter can put some good pressure on him. He gets around his man quickly, and he's right there, almost going to get the sack, but it's going to be a complete pass there to Heiberger. Marco on the coverage there as he runs him out of bounds. They're going to move the chains there.
Where's the ball?
And Jackson Winter, he's just having a great night. Constant pressure being put on quarterback Sabres. Takes the snap again here. Here's Jackson Winter putting heavy pressure on him once again, and he's going to throw it away. Bounce off the chest there of Heiberger and fall incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 10 now for the Cougars. Heiberger in motion, rolling out to his left there, and pass is complete to Randall, and he's brought down and tackled there by Maskovich.
Tackle made by Maskovich.
Hurry to the line here. Trips right here. Snap to Sabres, and he's going to throw quickly towards Schmidt, who's able to haul it in there. And he's brought down there by Fieber.
By
and we're going to have a timeout here by the Cardinals. 44 seconds to go here. Cardinals still up 16. Ball on the Cougar 35-yard line.
Getting the down right is about
All right, here we go. Back after the Coach Horgan timeout. It's going to be a pass there towards Schmidt. He's going to haul it in and be brought out of bounds there by Marco. So that'll stop the clock there for the Cougars.
2nd and 8 coming up for the Cougars. Ball at 37.
And the Cougars are getting to the point here where they're going to have to try and make a big play here if they want any time, try and score twice. Sabres takes the snap, and he steps up into the pocket and passes, and it's falls incomplete, sorry. Looked like Bieber had it there, but it must have just popped out when he made as he maybe ran into Hanisch there as he caught it.
broke up by Feger.
Who did you have on that? Did you have Fever?
I had Fever on that. That's what I thought.
Yeah, these sixes and these sixes.
Mm-hmm. Sabres dropping back to throw here. Looking downfield again. This time it's intercepted by Yager. And he's just going to slide down here. Smart play there by Riker Yager.
Cardinals are going to take over at their own 45.
As they're going to be able to seal this one as the Cougars are out of timeouts. So Severs will come onto the field for victory formation. And they'll just have to knee it once, claim victory, and then next week here at home, we will have Wagner as they defeated Chamberlain 33-0. And there it is, victory formation. Cardinals get the job done. Victory claim 36-20 over the McCook Central Montrose Fighting Cougars. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for tuning into our broadcast. We will try and get some final game stats for you. We'll wait for those to get sent to us, and we'll come back live with them. So stay tuned for that. You can show that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here with Cardinals Live with a little stat update. We'll go back and look at the plays that happened. So, scoring drives for each team. So, first quarter, Cardinals able to get on the board first with an 8-yard touchdown run by Aiden Severs. They were able to drive the length of the field 61 yards to find pay dirt. The Cougars respond with a 27-yard touchdown run there by Schmidt in the second quarter, and it's all knotted up at 6-6. Cardinals do not keep it that score very long as a 62-yard touchdown run by Gavin Close ended up putting them up what would be 14-6. And then we had a 16-yard touchdown reception to Owen Schmidt, in the second quarter with about 2-some minutes left to go in that one. And then the Cardinals were going to get the ball back with about 2:13 to go. And there was a kick return touchdown by Oliver Fieber. I'm trying to see if we have the stats on how long it was. I didn't see where he picked it up. And I don't believe we do. So kick return touchdown by Oliver Fieber. And that brought us to the end of the first half. Cardinals lead 22-14, close matchup, 8-point game. We go into the half. Cardinals receive the second half kickoff. Both teams aren't able to do anything on that first possession of the second half. But then the Cardinals able to get on the board with a 5-yard touchdown run by Severs as they went up there 30-14. They led by 16. And then Sabres responds with a 1-yard touchdown run, and it makes it 30-20. Then we had the fumble by Heiberger, and the Cardinals were able to capitalize on that. I believe Severs is the one who picked it up. I don't know who forced it. But Severs then had a 14-yard touchdown run. And then we have also, that brings us to a close. 36-20. Cardinals win by 16. Some of the leaders on defense for the Cardinals, Jackson Winter, he was able to put heavy pressure on quarterback Andrew Sabers all night long. He came up with 8 tackles, 2 sacks on the night. Leading the team in tackles, though, was Carson Marco with 9. Interceptions on the night, we had one by Troy Jensen, one by Riker Yager. I believe that was it. Defensively for the Cougars, leading tackler was Parker Randall with 8 tackles. And then Dawson Dorr had 1 sack for them. Overall, total yards, Cardinals won the battle 329 to 226 there as well. Offensively, though, Aiden Severs, 10 for 23 at 145 yards. And then we had a lot of running there, 24 attempts by Gavin Close for 130 yards and a touchdown. Severs had 9 carries for 54 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. That matched his season total from the regular season. He had 3 rushing touchdowns as well. Total of 16 touchdowns on the regular season, passing and rushing. We got a little freeze here. I was going to try and pull up some of those stats for you guys. Some of the season stats so you could see what's going on here. And there we go. There you can go. I'll just let that run through the season stats while I go through these game stats. Close, able to average 5.41 yards per carry. We also had 5 receptions for Troy Jensen for 61 yards and 5 receptions for Oliver Fieber for 84 yards. He had that big bomb on that 3rd and 14 for 70 yards, which got the Cardinals down to the 9-yard line before the Aiden Severs 5-yard touchdown run. Offense for the Cougars, Sabres 11 for 23 for 132 yards and a touchdown. Rushing the ball, Sabres had 12 carries for 7 yards and 1 touchdown. And Schmidt had 17 carries for 72 yards and 1 touchdown. Heiberger also had a carry there, and he had a fumble. I believe the Cardinals ended up winning the turnover battle like 5-0. So that was huge for the Cardinals. Receiving wise, Owen Schmidt led the team, 5 receptions for 36 yards. So that brought us to a close. It has the Cardinals win 36-20 over the Cougars, able to get the job done and move on to the second round of 11B playoffs to face Wagner here at home. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to make it, we encourage you to come. If not, we will be live that Thursday with the game. Other upcoming events for Cardinals, we have a home volleyball game against Hamlin on Monday. So we encourage you to come to the Cardinal Gym and watch that as well. If not, tune in to Cardinals Live. We appreciate all of our viewers, and thank you guys for watching. The Cardinals get the job done. They advance. Thank you for tuning in to Cardinals Live. I'm out.